So the Royal Enfield Scram has arrived. I've got this bike for a few weeks, so I'll be doing a couple of videos with it. But I thought I'd take a little ride out today. It's beautiful weather here in the UK. It's the middle of October and it's 22 degrees. It's hotter than most of the summer we've had here, so we've got to make the most of it. I've come to this trusty old bench near where I used to live in the middle of nowhere, and it's beautiful scenery around. So I'll tell you a couple of little initial thoughts that I've found on the Scram. The mirrors, as I got onto the bike, first thing you do is adjust the mirrors. Now I couldn't get them in the right position for my height. Because I'm 6'1", I'm sat quite tall on the bike, and I think the mirrors are more optimised for someone who's within 5 foot. So if you were 5.5 feet, then you probably see quite well out the back, but I can't get them angled high enough for me to see the road behind me properly, so they're angled kind of pointing at the ground a bit. So I have to duck down to see what's behind me, which isn't ideal. So if you are tall, I don't know whether it's just how they've been calibrated on this particular bike, but I genuinely can't get them any higher without snapping them off. So if you are tall, that's something to bear in mind. On my way here, through the main road, they've closed off through a village the whole road to do tarmacking on both sides of the road at the same time, which is the most stupid idea ever. So I had to turn around and do about a 5 or 6 mile detour to get where I wanted to go. So what would normally take me half an hour to get here took me best part of an hour. And I had to pick up my wonderful camera lady who's helping me. So I've done a bit of riding with her as a pillion, so we'll find out what she thinks of the back seat, whether it's comfortable or not, and I'll tell you my thoughts as well. So with a pillion on the back, it doesn't really feel any less powerful, so it can handle it perfectly well, even up the hills. It doesn't bog down or anything, so from my point of view it was perfectly good. Yesterday I also had another delivery, so not only did I take delivery of this beautiful Royal Enfield, I had this wonderful watch, which is absolutely stunning, delivered to me by REC Watches, or REC Watches. Now, if you haven't heard of REC, they were founded in 2014 in Denmark by two gentlemen who've known each other since childhood. They've got a passion for everything automotive and everything watches. So what they've done is combine the two, and they recycle parts from iconic cars and motorcycles and even planes, and put them into a timepiece. So this one I've got here is the TTT Icon 1000, which is based on the 2013 Triumph Speedmaster Icon 1000, which was a custom build made to look like the 1960s drag racing bikes. Absolutely beautiful motorcycle, and you can say the same about this watch. It's completely stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. And you can see some of the mechanical elements working underneath as well. It's got a bit of exposure there. The face of the watch looks like an old motorcycle speedo. It's really beautiful, and you can turn the face 30 degrees for when you're riding, so that you can see the watch easier and read it without having to take your hand off the bars. It's really stunning. Nicest watch I've ever owned. And if you're interested in owning one of these or one of the other watches that they create, you can head to their website through the link in the description. They're only building 262 of these, so they're quite rare. And if you want one, use my code Mr. Darcy and you'll get 50% off. So you'll save half price. They retail at £1,200, so you'll get 50% off. That is unbelievable. So don't miss out if you want one of these, because I can't imagine they'll be around for long. So this is my camera lady, otherwise known as me Julie, but she ain't actually called Julie. That is just another word we use for her so that you lot don't know who she actually is. But how did you find it on the back?
I can't do that. Sorry. It was very comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Very comfortable.
And how long would you sit on the back before your bottom got sore?
Probably about 45 minutes.
45 minutes. So 45 minutes without stopping with the pillion on the back, that's pretty good. It feels pretty padded to me, and compared to my Harley, which she's been on the back of as well, you don't like that, do you?
No, it's not very
It's
comfortable.
rock hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I bought it for the looks, not for the comfort. But yeah, it's perfectly comfortable. You also got grab rails on the back, so you don't have to have both hands round the rider. You can have one hand round and one on the grab rail. So yeah, it's a good bike for a pillion.
Yep.
Yep. Royal Enfield delivered this bike to me yesterday, and it looks very nice. It's come in this silver or grey, which looks really nice. It's got a little bit of blue accents, which looks lovely. I don't know what the colour's called, but I'll find that out for my review and let you know. So this is really me going in blind. I've not looked at any specs today. I'm just sort of seeing how it feels. But yeah, it's a good looking bike. This mudguard looks like it will actually function as a mudguard. It comes down low enough. I like the little pinstripe around the bottom of the wheel. So yeah, and the engine looks lovely, doesn't it? It's, you know, it's a classic, pretty looking engine. So we've had enough for today. We're going to head home and get some lunch. We're both starving, and enjoy the sun this afternoon. It's absolutely gorgeous. But the next video with this bike will be a full review. I'm going to take it off-road a little bit, nothing serious, just a little byway nearby, do some proper miles on it and get my thoughts. So stay tuned for that, and there's plenty of other bikes coming up, so you don't want to miss it.